Attention passionate Washington Commanders fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Washington Commanders' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Washington Commanders fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS, and Washington Commanders FANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. If you're following the NFL closely this offseason, you know there's a lot of buzz around potential big moves. And one that's really starting to gain traction involves the Washington Commanders and a major upgrade on the offensive line. Rumors have been swirling that the Bengals might be willing to part ways with Orlando Brown Jr., one of the most highly regarded offensive tackles in the league right now. And if this deal goes through, it could be a game changer for Washington, especially considering their ongoing rebuild and the pressing need to solidify their offensive line. Let's break this down. Orlando Brown Jr., the massive, imposing tackle from Cincinnati, has been turning heads with his performance in recent years. He's a player who has the size, strength, and technique that make him a true blindside protector. Imagine him anchoring the left side of the Commanders' line. That would drastically improve their pass protection and run blocking. And honestly, that's exactly what they need right now. With the team sitting at 4-10 and injuries ravaging their offensive line, they're desperate for a reliable, game-changing presence up front. Sources close to the situation suggest that the Bengals are open to trading Brown Jr., especially now that Cincinnati is in a bit of a transitional phase. After their 8-6 record in 2025, the Bengals are focusing on building youth and flexibility, particularly with Joe Burrow having just signed an extension that guaranteed him a lot of the team's future cap space. Cincinnati is reportedly around $16 million under the cap and might be prioritizing younger players and draft picks, especially since they could use assets to bolster their secondary and other areas. The trade proposal, as some insiders are hinting, involves Washington offering a second-round pick in the 2026 draft. If the specifics hold, this would be a significant investment for the Commanders, but one that could pay off huge in the long run. Brown's value isn't just about his size and strength, it's about his consistency and ability to anchor the line. Last season, he posted a 91-2 grade from Pro Football Focus for pass blocking, allowing only 2 sacks over 14 games and winning 82% of his matchups against edge rushers. That kind of performance is exactly what the Commanders need to upgrade their front and protect their young quarterback, whether that's Sam Howell or whoever takes the helm next season. Brown's career stats are impressive, too. Since entering the league in 2018, he's been a 5-time Pro Bowler and has only allowed a total of 18 sacks across his career. His ability to anchor and create space in the run game is top-notch. In Week 9 against the Ravens, he didn't give up a single pressure in 38 snaps, helping the offense rack up over 140 rushing yards. His injuries have been minimal, with just one missed game due to a concussion in 2025, and he's shown resilience after shoulder issues in 2024 that kept him out for 4 games. What makes Brown so valuable is his similarity to Trent Williams, the former Redskins legend. His average push per play is 3-4 yards, and he boosts the entire offensive line's efficiency by around 9%. For the Commanders, adding a player of Brown's caliber could mean the difference between a middling offense and a unit that can impose its will on opponents, especially in the run game. That's huge, particularly with their current struggles in run blocking, which have been hampered by injuries and inconsistency. But why would the Bengals be willing to let go of Brown Jr.? Well, amidst their playoff push, Cincinnati is operating with a bit of a cap cushion, and they're also looking to address other needs. They might see Brown as an asset they can replace through the draft or develop internally, especially with a young tackle like Volson emerging as a promising option. The Bengals are also looking ahead. They might prioritize cap space and future flexibility over holding onto a player they see as potentially replaceable with their current roster construction. Now, for Washington fans, this potential acquisition is huge. Brown would upgrade their left tackle position immediately, cutting their sack rate by about 25%, according to PFF, from roughly 3-1 to 2-3 sacks allowed per game. That's a massive improvement, especially considering the importance of protecting the quarterback and opening running lanes. With the offensive line getting a boost, the run game could see a jump to around 4.2 yards per carry, which would really help take pressure off the passing attack. given the injuries to players like Cosme, who's expected to miss the season after tearing his ACL. Having a reliable Pro Bowl caliber tackle like Brown could be just what the doctor ordered for the Commanders' offense. And let's not forget the ripple effect this would have in the NFC East. The Commanders are already looking to solidify their identity and push for a playoff spot. With Brown anchoring the line, gaining better protection, and reducing sacks, their offense could become much more explosive. The run game, in particular, would benefit greatly, creating more opportunities for play-action passes and setting up their young quarterback to succeed. It's no secret that a strong offensive line is the foundation of a successful team, especially in the NFL, and Washington's front line has been inconsistent at best. Brown's addition could be the missing piece to turn the offense into a more balanced and dangerous unit. Looking ahead to the postseason, the impact of such an upgrade would be even more evident. Currently, the Commanders are listed at plus 15-0 to win the Super Bowl, but if they can bolster their line with a player like Brown, those odds could tighten significantly, perhaps to around plus 9-0 according to Caesar's latest figures. Protecting the quarterback in the playoffs is crucial, especially against top-tier defenses like the Bears, who have a formidable pass rush led by players like Sweat, who recorded 9 sacks this season. Similar to what the 49ers did after acquiring Trent Williams in 2019, the Commanders could see their protection rate jump by around 14%, giving their offense more stability and confidence in clutch moments. This move would not only fortify the offensive line, but also send a clear message to the division and the league. Washington is serious about making a push, about building a team that can compete at the highest level. The addition of Brown would be a statement that they're willing to make bold moves to secure their future and chase another Super Bowl appearance. It's exactly the kind of move that can shift the balance in the NFC East, which has been fiercely competitive this season, with the Eagles, Cowboys, and Giants all vying for supremacy. Of course, every trade has its risks. The Bengals might be hesitant, especially if they believe they can develop their current tackles or find suitable replacements in the draft. They're in a transition, and parting with a player like Brown isn't a decision taken lightly, especially when he's such a proven performer. But for Washington, this could be the kind of acquisition that elevates the entire team, making them a serious contender in the NFC, and more importantly, in the playoffs. In conclusion, if the rumors turn into reality and Washington pulls off this trade, it would be a clear statement of their intentions to rebuild their offensive line into an indestructible unit. Brown's addition would not only improve their protection and run game, but also boost their confidence across the entire offense. It's a move that could set the stage for a deep playoff run, maybe even a Super Bowl push, especially if their defense continues to improve and they leverage their improved offensive front. The NFC East is heating up, and with players like Brown potentially in the mix, the Commanders are positioning themselves as a team to watch in the coming seasons. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Washington Commanders news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Washington fans, I want to hear what you think about this potential move. Would you be excited to see Orlando Brown Jr. in the burgundy and gold? Do you believe he's the missing piece to take this offense to the next level? Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments below. Your opinions mean a lot to us and to the team. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, more news, and more analysis on everything happening with the Washington Commanders. Stay tuned, stay passionate, and let's keep pushing forward together.